professional chef, and I'm doing tonight in aid of Alzheimer's research. Thank you very much. So, first of all, I'd like to thank all of my friends and family for coming out and supporting me. It's really nice to have you both here. I'd also like to give a big thank you to Wish.com for the loan of Frankie Boyle's compere tonight. That's really kind of them. So, my dad suffered from Alzheimer's. Thank you. And sadly, we lost him in 2016. I mean, we lost him loads before that. He just fucking wandered off. It was a nightmare. So talking about medical things, my son was recently diagnosed with ADHD. But thanks for all the support. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the symptoms, ADHD people suffer hugely from time management and procrastination with tiny fleeting moments of hyperfocus. So we got him tested in 2016 and he got his diagnosis through eventually in 2023. So what we can deduce from that is that that department is staffed entirely by people who have ADHD. 7 years for a diagnosis, it took me 5 minutes on Google. So, I grew up in the 1980s, a long time ago, and I am fully aware of all of the awful things that Jimmy Savile did. But I think one of the things that a lot of people forget, if you were kind of between the ages of 8 and 15, back in the late 80s and early 90s, BBC One, Saturday night, 7 p.m, Jim Will Fix It, was absolutely top tier entertainment. It was so good. It was so good, in fact, that I can forgive most of the things that he's done. Well, obviously not everything, I'm not that insensitive. I mean, his charity work was absolute bullshit. I booked myself in for a haircut recently, and I asked my girlfriend if maybe I should get it dyed, so I'm getting a lot of grey hairs through at the moment. And she said, what, just for men? I was like, not really, it's more for me than anybody else. So talking of haircuts, did you know that the National Astrological Society surveyed all of its members, and it turns out that every star sign has its own haircut, apart from Cancer. And that's not my worst joke, by the way. So the restaurant that I work in at the moment is currently being taken over by an Italian guy. A lot of support for this, just not like it. And so what we're going to end up doing is probably moving away from what we currently do and moving more towards a traditional Italian restaurant. So we're not going to pay our bills and we're going to be overly aggressive towards all of the female staff. So, being a chef, I used to have a bit of a drinking problem. Obviously, that's standard for the industry. So what I did was I swapped out the drinking and replaced it with more mundane household tasks, like the washing up. But the thing that really annoys me about the washing up is that everybody always puts everything into the sink. So all the pots, the pans, the plates, the crockery, the glasses, everything goes in the sink. And what's the first thing you've got to do before you can do the washing up? That's right, have a drink. So I was at work the other day listening to a Sabrina Carpenter song called Go-Go Juice, which is a reference to alcohol. And one of the lyrics that really bothered me is, ain't nobody safe when I'm a little bit drunk. I was like, wow, I mean, do you know what I mean? Just imagine if a male singer had sung that lyric. Like, it's a bit of a double standard, and I think that's a major issue in today's society. Like, just imagine if that lyric had been sung by, say, I don't know, P. Diddy. So, one thing, this is the one. One thing that really baffles me about the Holocaust is, just from a logistical point of view, like, how did the Germans manage to fit so many Jews into the concentration camps? It must have been the deal they had at the time of a free haircut with every tattoo. And just so everyone's aware, that's not a joke about a Holocaust, that's a joke about how tight Jewish people are. Thanks for listening, good night.